Welcome back. This is part 3 of our IELTS Writing Task 1 series. In today's lesson, we'll analyze the vocabulary used in the sample essay we completed in the last 2 episodes. So keep applying this 4-paragraph method and remember, 1 introduction sentence, 1 overview, 2 body paragraphs, clear writing. That's your Task 1 success formula. And we'll combine it with the paraphrasing techniques you learned earlier. Let's recap our 3 paraphrasing techniques. These 3 techniques are your toolkit for sounding more academic and natural in IELTS writing. If you haven't watched those videos, check the link in the description to catch up. Now let's get started. Have a look at our introduction from the previous video. Now the word illustrates here simply means shows or displays. To make your writing more varied, you can replace it with alternatives such as shows, depicts, or presents. Next, let's look at the phrase the percentage of part-time employees. This can also be expressed in other academic ways. For example, the share of part-time workers, the proportion of part-time workers, or simply part-time employment. Then we have the expression in 4 UK countries. You could keep it general and say across 4 UK countries, or be more specific by listing them like this: in England, Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland. Finally, notice the time reference in 1980 and 2010. There are a couple of good alternatives. You can say between 1980 and 2010, or in 1980 and again in 2010. Let's put the sentence back together with the new synonyms we have discussed. Here are 2 strong options you can use. 1. The bar chart shows the proportion of part-time workers across 4 UK countries in 1980 and 2010. The bar chart presents part-time employment as a percentage in England, Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland in 1980 and 2010. Both sentences keep the same meaning, but use different wording. Learn these now so you can paraphrase the introduction quickly and effectively in IELTS Writing Task 1. Moving on to the overview. As we have known, the overview will give us the big picture of the chart. Looking at this bar chart, we can see 2 trends. Trend A. Most countries saw an increase in part-time employment between 1980 and 2010. Trend B. Wales had the highest figure, while Scotland started with the lowest but rose significantly by 2010. So when we paraphrase, we need to keep both these points in mind. As you can see here, our first overview sentence establishes trend A. The key phrase here is experienced an increase. That simply means went up or grew. To avoid repetition, we can use alternatives such as saw a rise in, showed growth in. These variations will keep your writing flexible. The second part of the overview supports trend B. Let's break that into 3 parts. First, consistently had the highest figures. This can be rephrased as remained the highest, or top the group, or continued to lead. Second, the phrase started with the lowest can be replaced with was initially the lowest. And finally, rose significantly by 2010. Instead of this, you might say increased markedly by 2010, climbed substantially, or even almost doubled over the period. Now let's put everything back into a full overview while keeping the 2 trends. Overall, part-time employment generally climbed from 1980 to 2010 in most countries, with Wales remaining the highest throughout. Scotland, initially the lowest, increased markedly by 2010. Try these synonyms out yourself. There are so many different combinations you can use. Now, take out your pen and paper or open a Word file and write these expressions down. The best way to remember synonyms is by using them, not just watching. Once you finish, share your rewritten overview in the comments and I'll try to give you some feedback. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson where we'll break down the body paragraphs in detail.